Following a scathing new report exposing a staggering number of police shootings in Philadelphia, including many instances of officers shooting unarmed people. CNN's Brian Todd has been looking into this report. Brian, what are you finding out?
Wolf, an astounding report out from the Justice Department tonight on the dangerous situation on Philadelphia's streets. It says police-involved shootings in that city have gone way up consistently in recent years, even while the violent crime rate has been going down. In Philadelphia, 26-year-old Brandon Tate Brown pulled over for driving with his headlights off, shot and killed by police. The DA says Tate Brown fought with officers, reached for a gun. Tensions boiled over at a community meeting when the DA declined to bring charges against the police. The Tate Brown case, part of a staggering pattern of shootings by Philadelphia police. In a new report, the Justice Department says over the last 8 years, nearly 400 officer-involved shootings took place in Philadelphia. That means police open fire on suspects or their guns otherwise discharged almost once a week. Community leader Reverend Mark Tyler says the relationship between police and residents in Philadelphia has been poisonous for decades.
The police often come in and treat persons as though they are an occupying force. Many times persons are walked up to with a presumption of guilt, and you got to prove that you're innocent.
The new DOJ report says since 2007, 59 unarmed suspects were shot, about 15% of all the police shootings. Almost half those incidents, according to the report, were, quote, threat perception failures, cases where officers thought suspects were going for weapons, but instead the suspects had cell phones or were reaching for something else. A former FBI assistant director says the stats don't tell the full story. In those moments, how tough is it?
It's dark out. I have just chased somebody. We may be wrestling to secure that person's arrest, and suddenly that person is reaching into a place, maybe reaching towards me, maybe throwing punches at me or trying to reach for my weapon. That is a hard decision to make in a millisecond.
The overwhelming number of suspects in officer-involved shootings in Philadelphia are African American. Almost 60% of the police officers involved were white, 34% black. But Justice Department officials stress they're not alleging racial discrimination in these cases. Philly's police chief isn't trying to hide the problems.
Listen, in case you haven't noticed, I'm black myself. So I'm not real proud of the fact that we have a disproportionate amount of crime occurring in African American communities.
The report says a huge part of the problem in Philadelphia is inadequate training, inexperienced officers being tossed into street patrols, not enough weapons or threat perception training. But law enforcement expert Ron Hosko says this is all not easy to fix. With budget cuts over the past few years, police departments simply don't have the money to train or to replace police officers on the street while they're being trained. Wolf?
Brian, how many of these police shootings turned out to be fatal?
That is a shocking number, Wolf. Almost a quarter of them. A Justice Department official told me 88 suspects shot and killed by Philadelphia police between 2007 and 2013. That is 23% of all the suspects shot, Wolf. One of the staggering figures in this report.
Staggering indeed. All right, Brian, thank you. Joining us now here in